So in the Dow we can see another move to the upside yesterday, taking out the 62% retracement, heading towards 78. Market sideways overnight at the moment. 30-minute chart, you see that huge move to the upside yesterday. Let's just have a quick look from the low yesterday up to the close. And the market putting in 481 points there. So good move for the Dow. During yesterday, as can be seen, as soon as we kicked off at 2:30, the volume came in, the market moved. At the moment, it needs to take out the high of yesterday, but at the moment it is sideways. But still, it's only the second day that Trump's in office. Plenty of time to keep pushing these markets to the upside. And speaking of pushing the markets to the upside, new all-time high in the German DAX. That's going to be good news for Lagarde today, isn't it, to pump the markets even further. So yeah, the DAX continues to move high. Let's just have a look, see how far this market's moved since it broke out as well from the low there to where we're currently. It's another 1,500 points. There's no end to this madness, is there? It just continues to be moving prices high. There's a complete disconnect from reality and what's really going on. The markets are completely detached. The algorithms trade it. It's based on news. It's got nothing to do with fundamentals. Saw a Labour MP last night on a clip in GB News pontificating about how the FTSE is doing so well. I thought you're just absolutely deluded. Absolutely deluded. It's not how it works at all. The markets are being pumped up. Now you go back to when Liz Truss and they needed to get rid of her so they could get Rishi in. Different ball game altogether. And yet the yields are higher now on the gilts than they were when Liz was in for 45 days. And yet the market's taking no notice. It is completely disconnected. So to see the DAX making new all-time highs, and it's going to make another one today, I suspect, given the look of the way things are. It's already done it overnight at 21,173. And the way this looks already sitting at the high, then it's going to pump from the open. If not, it'll pull back and then resume the pumping this afternoon with the US and the Dow. It's Trump's first 100 days. They'll just keep moving the markets. Speaking of the US, let's have a look at the S&P and also the FTSE as well. So the S&P heading back to the all-time high, 6,099. That's going to be taken care of in no time. That's for sure. There's nothing to be negative about on these markets at the moment. We know they're detached, they're disconnected. So all you've got to do is trade what you see, particularly on the long side at the moment. Prices breaking out yesterday as the markets kicked off. And then that's the way it's gone. The FT 100, as per this Labour MP, making new all-time highs yesterday, as it can be seen there. Let me just see if I can delete the right one. Yep. So overnight as well, 85, 72, 9,000 is where the market's going. Nothing will happen until then as far as the downside is concerned. And there you can see this yesterday, a bit of a pullback to start with. That's not uncommon. Get people to go short, people take profits, and then they bring the market back to the upside as soon as the Dow opens. Let's have a look at the US dollar, see how it's faring. So US dollar down again yesterday, but only sideways to lower. It's finding some support along this sort of level here. So around the 108-ish level there. Let's have a look at the surprise in the metals markets. And we'll kick off with silver. There's no surprise here. As I said, expect this to stay sideways for a long time. We'll just whiz through that. You can see it already overnight. They're already started to slam the price back down. But the key here is the gold market. This is the monthly chart heading back to that 27.90. It's doing quite all right there. Well, it was. It might not be now on the overnight, but you can see there in the daily chart where the goal is. And in the 30-minute, say they're just about to slam it for some unknown reason. They move the markets up, but now in the next 30 minutes they're slamming the price down. But it's good to see that gold is moving up. Maybe that's the uncertainty of having Trump in there. Whereas silver, well, rig game. It's still only what we're looking at, $30 an ounce, 30.70. I had a high of $50 in 1979, just let that sink in, and 2011. So it's still, $20 short. Well, not $20. Where are we? 30. Yeah, 30. Yeah, so more or less, yeah. $20 short of its all-time highs. Nothing else on this planet is the same price as it was in 1979, apart from silver. If that isn't blatant manipulation of the price, then I don't know what is. Right, let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. This confirms exactly what I'm talking about. This is moving back up. It's in the 90s. It's way too high for reality, and you can see there, even going back to the beginning of 2024, market managed to move up, and then it was tamed by, as I can't think of his name now, worked for the CTFC, saying that they had the ability to tamp down the price. So as soon as it gets out of control, they'll come in and hit it with the futures contracts, and all they need to do is to keep the gold-silver ratio up at these levels, and silver remains low. So let's have a look at yesterday's first day in the markets. First day in office for Trump, and how it affected the markets, particularly the DAX 2-minute chart. So in the pre-market, prices were moving around quite nicely, but then as we kicked off, we moved higher and then continued up to the DP. Nice trade, just trailed the stop until the market started to pull back to the DP, and then prices traded just sideways and then made their way down a bit. So we had the economic news, prices down to the 200 MA where there was a potential buy signal. Prices then didn't fill this and then just traded sideways. We can move fast forward into the afternoon because the market became very, very quiet, and you'll see in a moment we do get a short, but then the market didn't want to go down. It was brought back immediately and then just drifted sideways. I thought at one point it was going to move low when we got down to here, but we got the 200 MA and the DP in the way there, so eventually taken out there. And then prices just making its way back, and then made a new all-time high in the evening on the electronic session. Nobody around to sell into it, and prices continue to move up. So let's have a look and see where we are on the overnight with regards to the German DAX 2-minute. So at the moment, let's get some context and squeeze the chart up. We're at the the high close at the moment, and the market finding support, or was the 200 MA, so a bit of a shakeout going on there. Let's just squeeze this up a bit more just to see where we are with the numbers and how far away. So we've got the DP here, the high and the close. So down to the DP is around 70-80 points, and moving higher, well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? The high is already there, the market's breached it. There's a new all-time high on the overnight there. So it's a case of seeing what the markets do, whether they start to take any notice of what Trump's doing. They seem to be happy with it at the moment, and I suspect that that's going to continue for the foreseeable future. Can't see any reason why, unless there's a geopolitical one, but then the geopolitics seems to be getting sorted as well with peace deals, etc. So no dark clouds on the horizon at the moment. Maybe famous last words, but I just don't see anything there at the moment. Not only that, but if there is a problem, Trump's in, he'll print the money. So all good for the markets. Right, that's it for this one and for today. So have a great day. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.